Hello, Priyank.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Can you please turn on your camera?
Yeah. Am I visible?
Yes,
Yes.
you are. So, Priyank, shall we start with our mock PI?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So let's start with tell something about yourself.
Yeah. So I've completed my chemical engineering from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun, wherein I had an in-depth learning of the concepts of heat transfer, chemical reaction engineering, and plant design economics. I'm currently working in Ambuja Cements as a process engineer and in Gujarat. uh, I have been actively participating in sports throughout my school, college, and after that also. Um, Currently, my role is to improvise plant performance through operational efficiency, and I've been also involved in cost optimization to control operational costs of manufacturing cement. Personally, I've reached at a stage wherein, from the technical point of view, my role has become stagnant. So uh, I just want to take this opportunity to go out of my comfort zone and take a big leap of faith. Now, I would like to mention that I wish to pursue MBA because it will widen my horizon in terms of the new management skills and strategies. And through the tools that I will be able to learn from the B school, such as the dynamic pedagogical structure and the idea of design thinking as an approach to solve problems, these tools will be handy for me in order to make a mark in my career. And I see that as a good opportunity to become a vibrant professional, which is my ultimate ambition. Yeah.
So why MBA?
Uh, the reason is very simple. Personally, like I mentioned, I've reached at a stage wherein from technical point of view, I've my role is very stagnant, and now I just wanted to go out of my comfort zone to study about new management skills and and gather experience in. Primarily, I wanted to pursue MBA because it will broaden my horizon in terms of new skills and experiences. And the B school will provide me with the dynamic structure of the curriculum, and through the networking that I'll be able to learn in the B school, I'll be able to be a vibrant professional in the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have completed your graduation which field?
It's been 2 years. Which,
So
sorry, I couldn't hear you.
your graduation was in what? You
In
have done
chemical
graduation?
engineering.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And do you have any work experience?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm
Yeah,
currently
Priyank,
working.
just explain, give me a brief about your work experience.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, that I'm currently working in Ambuja Cements Limited as a process engineer, and it's been 2 years. I've started since 2019, and currently I'm in Ambuja Cements Limited now.
What's your designation? What's your hierarchy? What do you do from day to day?
Yeah, so I work there as a process engineer, and my job is to design sustainable processes to improve plant performance through operational efficiency. The
Okay.
basic
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
yeah, the basic parameters that I look on a daily basis are the heat consumption in the plant and the power consumption and way to improvise and optimize those.
So in the
So
last 2 years, have you actually optimized the heat consumption and the power consumption?
Yeah, I have been able to reasonably optimize the plant performance through optimizing these parameters. Like these parameters are one of the most critical in the production department, the department that I work in.
Fine. Akshita, you were asking something.
So I would like to know any of the challenge that you have faced while you were in your work experience, and what was a solution you came up with, and what were the results out of it?
Yeah. So this is very interesting part. In monthly review meetings or the weekly review meetings, we come across various challenges that are in the plant performance. Like say we are not achieving our optimum production because of certain reasons in the raw material or in the operational practices that we follow. So we perform these meetings wherein I happen to contribute my ideas with the help of knowledge of chemical engineering. So that helps as a group to optimize our production and to achieve a overall good plant performance.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Extra, you are on questioning something.
No, you may carry.
Cool. Okay, Priyank, have you read and heard about the Union Budget 22?
Yes, I have gone through the university.
Give me the five key highlights for you and your opinions on those.
Uh, One of the key highlights that I found interesting was the step up in the capital expenditure this year. I believe that this would help in creating more jobs, and the public spending, if extended, will help in again in creating more jobs. Secondly, I see a big push to the uh, digital innovation that the government of India is pushing, and this will benefit the AI field that we currently live in. Uh, I would like to read more about the union budget, uh, and then I can add more to the answer.
Sure. Can
Yeah,
you give me any key business news or headline from the past 2-3 months?
business highlights that I can think of uh, are the Air India, how Air India has gone to back to Tata after a long wait. This is the biggest that I can think of right now. Yeah.
Okay, just tell me one thing. Whenever a company gets acquired by Reliance, I mean Ambani or Adani, there's a huge hue and cry, right, about that.
Right,
Whereas
right,
when Air India went to Tata's, most of the India was celebrating it.
right,
What's
right.
the difference between Reliance, Adani, and Tata?
Okay. Actually, I believe that this is about the perception that that has been created through media or the blogs that we read. But personally, if I see a good atmosphere that is built through all these companies that you mentioned, be it the Reliance, Adani's, or the Tata for that matter.
If you were made the brand manager for Reliance, how would you change this perception?
As a brand manager, I would like to create this awareness among the people that the equal opportunity to all is given in the business field and also within the company. So that is how I like to propagate this idea.
Anything else or just this? And how
uh,
would you go about it? How would you create this awareness?
uh, through the branding campaigns on online, on social media, and through these medias, I think.
Only social media. Do you think what percentage of Indian population do you actually think is being influenced by social media currently? Is it a very large percentage?
I believe that the social media is covering a large percentage. Yes.
Okay.
So
Then why do we still have ads on television? Then why is IPL still the biggest league in Asia?
yeah, I would like to read more about that. I can answer better.
Sure. Do you have a particular specialization in mind from your MBA?
Yes, I would like to pursue marketing as my MBA choice,
Hmm.
mainly because I have a huge interest in marketing field, especially about reading after reading about what my company has done through the branding campaigns, and just a genuine interest in the field to learn more about the marketing world.
Okay. Have you been keeping in touch with the whole Hyundai KFC thing that went on last week?
Honestly, I haven't read about it completely. I would like to gather more knowledge on this.
Fine. Okay, what do you think is marketing? So, what comes under the purview of marketing? What exactly is marketing?
So I believe that the marketing is outcome oriented marketing, wherein you have a particular product, you place that particular product at a in a designated horizon in a particular place, and basically what I want to illustrate is the four P's of marketing. I think the place comes first, and then the price of the product, then the illustration of how product is oriented, and finally the promotion of the product. So
And what's your opinion on the rest of the piece we have?
Yeah. Have you heard of 7 P's of marketing, or now they are even talking about 11 P's of marketing?
honestly, I'll have to read more about that. I've
Priyank, we have asked you around 4 to 5 questions in the last 20 minutes, and you have answered. I have to read more about that for everything.
Yeah.
So, what are you reading, and weren't you preparing for an MBA interview? How do I know that you are a serious candidate for this seat?
Sir, I have been studying for the entrance exams, and after my job, I wasn't able to,
But those entrance exams were 1.5, 2 months ago, right?
yeah, right.
What have you been doing in the past 2 months?
I've been trying to read as much as I could, but I agree that through the questions that you asked, that I have not been able to answer to the optimum.
Fine. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
So starting from I'm a good team player. Like I mentioned, that I've been able to play in various sports, and in my workplace also we work in a team environment. So I work as a team member with a positive mindset. Secondly, I'm good at communicating with my teammates and my people, and I'm a good listener too. So, and the third thing is that I'm good at transitioning in dynamic work environments. I have been working in multiple work locations, and I've seamlessly transitioned from one place to another. Lastly, I just want to add that I bring the innovative solutions to problems that we face in workplace and in the life also. And weaknesses, first of all, I'd like to answer that I'm slightly I find it difficult to say no to people. This is one of the first weaknesses that I yeah
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Secondly, I have this sense of perfectionism in me, that I cannot I am not able to enjoy my achievements. So I would like to work on these weaknesses. First of all, the saying no to a work part. I would like to prioritize my workload so that I can help and also prioritize my work. And secondly,
Okay, Priyank, listen.
yeah,
I heard that you are facing a problem of saying no to
yeah,
people, especially in your work experience,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, since you have this one strength that you are innovative, so I've heard almost like now 20 or 30 candidates who say that they have this weakness of saying no. So there must be some problem, must be some issue during their work experience where people face this problem of saying no. So since you are innovative, give me an innovative solution how people can how we can change this perspective of employee, or how we can make employees, Indian employees, that much capable that they don't have to say no, and still they can work efficiently and effectively, and they can shine in their work experience or in their work.
Okay, so I believe that, like I said, that if one is able to prioritize his workload, then he'll be able to help others, and he would not have to, say no. And also, if there is if there is not much space, then it's okay to say no to people. I mean, that's what I believe.
Priyank, doesn't your second weakness sound like a strength?
The one that I mentioned about the perfectionism.
Yeah, perfectionism is what everyone should, mm, look out for, right? In every work.
I
How
I I
how's that
understand.
perfection?
I understand that, but with this kind of mindset that I have for myself, this perfectionism sense, I kind of never get satisfied with my results, no matter how good I have done. So for me, I see this as a weakness. But again, I have
I would say that is again a very good quality of any person who is hungry towards success, that he does not get satisfied with one minor achievement. Elon Musk is still not satisfied and he's the wealthiest person in the world. I would say that he could also say that his weakness is then perfectionism. Do you really think it is a weakness?
I find this as something that I'm not able to enjoy my achievements. I see this as a weakness. So that is why I feel so.
Fine. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies are to read about stuff from spiritual text to newspaper, and some novels.
But from what I could gather in this interview, you did not read the newspaper for the past 2, 3 months now. What spiritual books?
Like I have read about how to manage your mind. It is written by Swami Prabhudananda, and I've really liked his ideas on how to manage mind.
But I still am not able to see that. If I am asking you tough questions, I can see that nervousness and that anxiety on your face. What else?
And my hobbies, secondly, I like to play basketball, and that is I have continued playing from school till now also.
So you watch NBA too?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What do you want to say about the last season? Your opinions on the last season?
Last season, particularly, I'm a big fan of Lakers, and on top of that, LeBron James. He has been my favorite player, and I believe that he still owns the game. And no matter, I mean, I'm happy to see young players coming in, but I feel that he owns the game in still.
Okay. But I have heard quite a few people that say that Kobe Bryant was the GOAT. Could you contrast both of those personalities and attitude towards the game for both these people, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant?
I think I totally respect other people's opinions that if they feel that he is better or he's greatest of all time. But personally, if you ask me, that I find LeBron James to be outstanding because of the mentality that he brings into the game, and never say never kind of attitude that he brings into the game.
Okay. Akshay, you have any questions?
Uh, I just want to know, what is your subject? What is your favorite subject in chemical engineering?
I could not hear you
He's
properly.
asking what was your favorite subject in chemical engineering?
My favorite subject would have to be heat transfer phenomena in chemical engineering.
Okay. What are the three ways by which heat gets transferred?
Heat transfer is possible through three ways, that are conduction, convection, and radiation.
Okay. Explain all of them. And give me an example in terms of business.
In terms of business,
Yes, somehow relate these three phenomena to business.
like starting from conduction, there has to be a medium through which the conduction takes place, and it technically speaking, it should follow a particular path uh, for the medium to exchange. In business sense, if I talk about,
Yeah.
okay, firstly, let me explain the three modes. Like I mentioned, conduction. Secondly, convection. It is transferred through air in the air medium, and thirdly, the radiation. It does not require any medium to get transported. So, like if I talk about that in the business sense. Uh,
Okay, what is LMTD?
LMTD is log mean temperature difference. That is calculated when one when heat is transferred through various mediums. I mean, if it is transferred from one phase to another phase, then the LMTD is transferred to calculate average temperature difference, to calculate the in the Fourier's law.
What is Fourier's law?
Fourier's law states that heat transfer is directly proportional to the temperature gradient in the path.
Pratik, do you have any questions?
No, I'm done.
I'm done too.
प्रियांक
Yeah.
बहुत डरा हुआ है. मैंने 4 क्वेश्चन एक साथ पूछ चाहिए. तेरी शक्ल पे दिख रहा है कि तू डरा हुआ है. अगर कल इंटरव्यू तेरा ग्रिलिंग हुआ तो ऐसे मत बैठना प्लीज.
Okay.
मतलब नहीं भी आ रहे, लेकिन शक्ल पे तेरे दिखना नहीं चाहिए कि आई एम स्केर्ड राइट नाउ, आई एम नर्वस राइट नाउ.
Right.
ठीक है, मैं ना इंटरव्यू खाएगा तेरे को, ना मैं खाने वाला हूँ. सेकेंडली भाई पढ़ ले भाई, बहुत सारी चीजें जो पढ़नी है तेरे को. केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग तेरे को आती है, जॉब के बारे में आता होगा, बट आगे पीछे करंट अफेयर्स भी आने चाहिए.
Right. Right.
उनका
So,
एक भी आंसर नहीं था.
नहीं एक्चुअली ऑनेस्टली मैंने थोड़ा क्रिप्टो एंड ईवी ये सब के बारे में लाइक हॉट टॉपिक्स जो अभी मैंने ग्रुप के थ्रू अंडरस्टैंड किया कि दीज आर बीइंग आस्क्ड, तो इन पे मैंने थोड़ा नॉलेज गैदर किया, बट लाइक यू सेड मैं आई विल कवर मोर एज वेल.
मतलब genuinely you need to cover a lot of it.
Also, your strength and weaknesses. I would suggest, like, for example, when we asked about your strength and weaknesses, you have to actually explain where you have used those strengths. For example, you need to specify the context where
Okay.
actually you have showed those strengths. And
Like,
similarly, in the case of weaknesses, you have to tell where you have showed those weaknesses and what are how you're working on it, and what are the results you're getting out of it. Plus, your weaknesses were not more like weaknesses, and honestly, we have taken a lot of interviews, and in most of the interviews, these are the weaknesses. So this is definite that the interviewers also going to listen this particular weakness from many of the candidates. So this is one of the point of this is one of the thing you will give to your interviewers for rejection.
okay.
These two
Just one thing.
weaknesses specifically.
Yeah, just one thing. Like you mentioned that for strengths part, I should mention the instances from life wherein I have utilized these strengths.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And secondly, about the weaknesses also, I should.
Weaknesses should actually sound like weaknesses,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, but I had a thought over it that if I actually mention something as my weaknesses, it should not contradict my overall. Yeah.
It can. So you just tell them that I am improving on that weakness, and tell them how you are improving on it.
All right. All right. I can do that. I can work upon this, and I will see how can I
So
change this.
making your weaknesses sound like strengths is absolute bullshit to find on the internet. Please never do this, because interviewers, उनको समझ आता है यार, वो मतलब ऐसे नहीं बैठे हैं वहां पे.
Right.
ठीक है. Even your tell me something about yourself or your YMB answer, they seem like very generic answers. I don't get insights into you as a person. मतलब अपने से अपने लिए बेशक इंटरनेट से आंसर्स उठाएं बट अपने ऊपर पर्सनलाइज कर उनको.
Or I don't know if I think we haven't asked you about your idol or something. So you also need to find your idol, someone whom you religiously or not religiously, but you follow someone, a business personality, and you should know about that person in and out.
Yes.
Right. So, like in my PE form, I have mentioned that there were two questions for this part only. Ki mention your one role model and a business role model, if I'm not wrong. This was a question. So for that, I've answered Mahendra Singh Dhoni as my role model, and for business role model, I think the safest option could have been Ratan Tata, and I've just listed 2 points that why do I feel they are my role
That's
models.
fine because these two are role model worthy people. They are someone whom everyone should look up to, right? That's
Right, right.
what we keep. But then you should also know in and out about their life. You should be very thorough about it.
Right, right. One question I had in this aspect,
Hmm.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni sounds like okay, but about Ratan Tata, if I can, turn this around, I can mention someone as Elon Musk, or for that matter, some different
Can
personality.
you can
Yeah,
so
but I have to have
ask you
some.
why Elon Musk? You can say
Yeah,
that he actually is trying to revolutionize the world. He has a vision for humanity,
right,
and he has done multiple things. He has taken over multiple businesses, made them successful, and then gotten on to the next venture.
right,
Right? He has
right.
done
So
a lot of positive things.
right. So I'll take that into account.
Yeah. Anything else?
And have you prepared for that question? Like they can ask you, do you have any questions from us? So you need to prepare a question for them.
Honestly, ma'am, I did not prepare for this, but I'll surely take down some points from the internet and I'll prepare myself.
You could just say that, sir, before joining this course, what are some things that I should read about, right? What are some things I should prepare before joining this course?
Yeah, like what should be the
Very simple,
prerequisites that?
right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll prepare myself for this.
sure. Anything else?
Yeah, no, thank you so much, and I'll surely and I'll honestly work on my overall.
Which college are you interviewing for, though?
Sorry,
Which college are you interviewing for?
KJ Sumaya, NM Bangalore.
So keep answers ready around why KJ Somaya, why NM Bangalore to read about those colleges.
Yeah.
And if they ask you what you bring to the table, do prepare an answer around that too.
What you bring to the table
As in
should
what?
be,
Yeah.
yeah, should be around why should, I mean, it is
Why
equal
should we
to
take
why
you?
should we select you,
Yes.
and more towards that, right?
Yes.
And honestly, if I can ask you what to mention in these kind of questions.
I I have a background in chemical engineering. I have been working for 2 years now. I have seen manual processes, operational processes in my work.
Right,
I can bring that expertise to the table. I can bring that expertise to my peers.
right,
Similarly, after graduating, whatever new heights I would scale, I would always carry that cases from batch with me.
right,
Right. So my highlight from my life would also be reflected onto the institution.
right, right. I can build around these type of answers. Thank you so much for your help.
Best of luck.
Thank you, thank you,
You can.
All the best.
thank you.